Were competitors in the BOAC International 500 race. Third round in the World Sports Car Championship. Bruce McLaren was partnered by Denny Hulme. Dick Thompson was to share the wheel of the experimental gas turbine car with Hugh Dibley. But despite international competition, the Porsche team were hot favourites. There were only seconds to go to the start. As they roared off into the first circuit, one man was missing from the star list of drivers. He was Jim Clark. At short notice, he was switched to another race in Germany. Even as the sports cars swept into the early bends of the Bran circuit, Clark was racing towards his death several hundred miles away. But unknowing, the drivers at Bran's Hatch raced on. The gas turbine car came to grief after only 15 minutes when its throttle jammed. Driver Dick Thompson was okay, but the car was out of the race. Showing well was the Ford GT40 of Jackie Eakes and Brian Redman, hotly pursued by a Porsche. The Lotus Europa, driven by Jack Oliver and John Miles.
Insofar as we're not seeing any pit window orbit, so once again, mandatory pit stops. It looks like they are not, so it's exactly the same as race one.
Green light, and Hoy has stalled the Renault. Ah, Will Hoy stops. And into paddock, it's Winkelhock and Bincliffe together. Menu third. And on the outside, Rickard Rydell is really flying in the Volvo, past Bieler. And Burt is following him through in the other Volvo. Burt up into fifth position. Volvo, Audi, Vauxhall. You can see how closely matched they are. Even Bieler looks stuck, but is he? He tries to go inside Burt, but Burt slams the door in his face. Down the Brabham Straight. Here come the leaders. Bincliffe, Winkelhock, Menu. They're breaking away from Rickard Rydell a bit. Into paddock, 85 miles an hour. Senna goes for it. Paddock men. A Grand Prix racing phenomenon. His target is Nelson Piquet's time of 1 minute 7.063. 1 minute 7.063. And Ayrton Senna has achieved, as I said earlier on, 12 pole positions in a very short Grand Prix career, which started in 1984 with the then Tolman team, from which he departed in controversial circumstances to join Lotus in 1985, and my goodness, he's trying. The most intense man in Grand Prix racing. He's just going to avoid being balked by the car in front of him. And Senna, with an old head on his young shoulders, has an incredible gift of finding a clear lap. He's done it. 1 minute 7.55 according to my timing, and the official time is 1 minute 7.524. Of the Shell Oils British Grand Prix of 1986. The lights for red and go. And Mansell is away. He's been passed by Senna. He has been passed by Berger. He's been passed by both the McLarens. Piquet leads. Senna is second. Berger is third. A terrible start for Nigel Mansell, and a big coming together at paddock.
And we've possibly got a red flag.
Look at what happened in that crash on the very first corner. Thierry Boutsen, starting from 13th place on the grid in his Arrows, goes across the track for some reason that he knew not into the Armco. The Arrows spins round. Boutsen is totally out of control. The drivers behind him cannot avoid him. Jonathan Palmer T-bones him. The rest pull to the right. Jack Lafitte goes into the Armco, and the race is stopped.
Grid at Bran's Hatch to start the European Grand Prix. And they're away. The race is over 80 laps of the 2.65-mile circuit. That's 212 miles. Two of them make an inauspicious start. Now boosted to the status of a Grand Prix course, Bran's Hatch is a real test for even top-class drivers. It's gear-changing all the way, is the description of Jim Clark himself, given after a practice run. And watch now as the champion just leads Graham Hill into the bend. Graham Hill's in second place. John Surtees in third. Jack Brabham's in fourth place.
Behind Alex Brundle, there you can see Kazim Vasiliauskas in the red car, attacking Aman Ibrahim in the blue car. This is for 13th place. Behind, 24, Tom Gladys. Oh, and a huge off, that's Jack Clark. Well, he's gone on the wheel, took right across the nose of Henry Surtees' car. And that's a very nasty-looking accident. And worry immediately is Surtees. Yes, Surtees is moving as well. They've got a red flag. The safety car now is going to be scrambled again while the emergency crews get to Jack Clark and Henry Surtees. Clark was moving in the car. He certainly had a very hefty impact against the barriers. He's out. My worry is mainly for Henry Surtees. Didn't see exactly where the wheel bounced.